Alright, you're recording.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into Pirates and Teepees. Check this sucker out. Oh yeah, it used to be broken, like right across there, 2 pieces and everything. But I put it back together, and now it rocks. Watch this video and check out how I did it. The fix actually turned out to be quite a bit easier than I thought it was going to be. It was incredibly time consuming. I probably spent about 12 hours overall. Maybe not really that much. But luckily, the way the board was broken and the nature of plywood, the piece kind of flaked off instead of just snapping, and it gave me a lot of surface area. So I was able to just get a bunch of Gorilla Glue on there, pound it all together, and then start clamping. The clamps were the key. That clamp right there. I think we maybe need another one. Probably another. You need another clamp for sure. Yeah, no. Way more clamps, dude. There you go. You know what? More. You need more clamps. There. Okay, almost. You're getting it. You're getting it. There you go. Get that big old one on the end. Nice. That's how you do it. Clamps. It's like I have stock in the company or something. Alright, well now the glue needs to dry, so we're going to go fix the electronics. Luckily all the plugs just pulled out. There was a little bit of bendage, but everything worked. So it's just a matter of cleaning up and repairing the case, which was cracked pretty bad. And the little antenna coax needed to be resoldered because that was broken. I like to fix plastics by heating up hunks of baling wire and forcing them into the plastic over the cracks to hold it together for added strength. You just make like a little staple looking thing or a Z-bend, heat the wire up till it's red hot, and boom, push it right into the plastic. Don't breathe those fumes though. Once you got all that done, you can just take an old soldering iron. I think this is like a 45 watt with a big old tip on it. And then I basically just melt everything back together. Use the hot soldering iron to push any of those metal bits deeper into plastic if I need to. And then once I soldered the antenna back together, screwed it all together, and then hot glued it like a mofo. Hot glue, I love you. Yes. I wasn't going to go ahead and lie to myself and think that even though my fix gluing the board together looked perfect, I don't think it was very strong. So I added these 3/4 inch metal rods in there by routing out the board and insetting these rods and then putting some plates on each end. I had to bend the rods first to conform to the shape of the board. I had to use a piece of cardboard to mark the board because all of my straight edges were too stiff. And then I added those metal plates over the end. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at routing. I think I was trying to route it too deep all at once. I think the right way to go would have been to like do a bunch of passes going a little bit deeper every time. But it eventually worked. And I was able to get everything glued in, screwed in. And then I just had to let it dry. After waiting 24 hours, everything was good. I took a little bit of the top off of those straps, made sure the screws were all flush, sanded it all down nice, and then went and got some fiberglass. I had to buy a whole kit for like $50, but luckily I got a ton of fiberglass left over for some future projects. I then just cut out the mat accordingly, how I wanted it to fit on the board. set that stuff aside and got ready for pouring. I also used any extra scraps that I had of the fiberglass mat and forced that into the cracks all around the reinforcement rods there to add some strength. I mixed up my resin, poured it, and then put the mat on. Definitely the nitrile gloves were essential because this is a messy process. It was a little cold in the shop, so I used a chicken light to speed up drying, and then once everything was fully cured, a little grinding, sanding, and then paint and assemble. When I fiberglassed in, it filled in all my screw holes, so I had to re-drill them. And when I re-drilled the holes, I did them totally crooked. So I had to fix that. No, that's not gonna work, dude. You gotta drill the hole straight. Yeah, there you go. Ha-ha! Then it was just a matter of mounting up the truck like you would on any other skateboard. Sucker! I think we're about ready to go for a test drive. What do you think, Gage? Let's do this? No! Oh yeah. Those bolts are kind of ugly. Better go to the hardware store first. Ah, there we go. Those look way better. How about a test drive now? Hey, what's my shot look like? How does that look?
Good.
Am I hitting myself?
Yeah.
No, Rox, watch this video and check out how I